Hello. So, still on that marathon, we are going to review the Marvels. I watched the Marvels last week, and for me, honestly, I was willing to give this movie a chance. You know why? Because I am a chance giver. I will give people one chance, not a lot of them. After that, I give up on you. And the Marvels was one of those films I thought maybe people are just talking badly about it. You remember when Barbie came out and guys were like dunking on it. Ben Shapiro, a whole political commentator, like banned Barbies, and I was like, man, get a life. The Barbie movie was good because it had its target audience. Its target audience was us, millennial girls who grew up playing with Barbies. I had a lot. I had a collection of Barbies, especially. I had like another big one, like almost a life-sized Barbie. I think I'll look for that photo and post it on this video if I'll find it. But the Barbie movie had its target audience, and it was speaking mostly to women. And it wasn't like, oh, men are better, men are bad, women are good. No, it was just talking to women. And it's not Greta Thunberg. I'm referring to the climate girl. The director and the writer. The director knew what she was doing, and I really enjoyed the Barbie movie because a lot of women related to it. I related to it. I was prepared to hate it because a lot of people were dunking on it, but I watched it and I was like, I don't even understand why people hate it. But I also understand that the people who are reviewing it at the time, who are mainly guys and women who are just are sort of on this women hating train, didn't like it. You know, you can be objective at times. You may not agree with a lot of things that are happening, but when something is done right, acknowledge that it has been done right. And the Barbie movie, I feel like, did a really, really great job. And it knew that its target audience wasn't everyone. It knew this is our target audience and this is what we're going to do. So in that spirit, I was like, let me give the Marvels a chance. People said Barbie was bad. Maybe the Marvels is not as bad. Where? That movie was... Ant-Man was better. Thor was better. Which other movie? Blue Beetle, I think, was... I hated Blue Beetle. I didn't even review it because I didn't even finish it. At least the Marvels, I was forced to finish it because I was watching it in the movies. I had paid for it. So if I pay for something, I'll definitely see it through because hard-earned money, you know. The Marvels was really, really bad. The thing that makes it even funny is that Brie Larson was like pushed away from a movie that was based on her, you know, because she wasn't appealing to people. You know, she was the first movie did well simply because it was sandwiched between great movies, Infinity War and Endgame, and they had marketed it in such a way that you had to watch the first Marvel movie, Captain Marvel movie, before you watched Endgame. So that was its selling point, and that's how it was able to make $1 billion. This time they didn't have like the best marketing ploy. I think they were just like, this movie is going to be really bad because it had like 1 million reshoots, making it even more expensive than it should have been. And the protagonists had no chemistry. The villain was so organic, so basic, as in she was so forgettable. And I just found out she's like, I don't know, she's Loki's, okay, I don't know, I've forgotten his name. I think she's a partner to the character, something Hiddleston. Tom. She's a partner to Tom Hiddleston. As in, I don't know. This movie was bad. I wouldn't even recommend it to anyone. As in, you can go and watch it, but this movie was bad. And the mainstream media tried to fluff it up to a point where, and it wasn't working, to a point where they gave up on it, and they were like, this is not working. Let's just say the truth. This movie was trash, garbage. You know the problem, and it's something that I heard from one commentator on YouTube. A couple of them. I usually watch this guy called Endymion, Neurotic, the critical drinker. As in, those are the people like I like listening to their opinion, and they usually call MCU now MCU because it's female-led right now, and there's nothing wrong with a female-led thing. You just have to know how to write women. I reviewed this movie called Nowhere, and it was basically led by this female character called Mia, and she carried the movie and she did it so perfectly. She wasn't a Mary Sue. These people are writing women as Mary Sues. These women can do no wrong. They don't even have challenges to overcome. They're just perfect the way they are. That's how they even wrote Galadriel from Rings of Power. These women are just awesome, and everyone above, anyone around them who opposes them is a feminist, is a racist, is all these bad things. First of all, and it's not even, I'm not even trying to downplay anything. Do you know that movies or rather literature that sells the most? I used to think it was fantasy. Because I am a big fan of fantasy shows. And anything fantasy, I'm game. But do you know that the books that sell the most? These romantic books. These books that we make fun of. This Sijui ati he grabbed me by the throat and Sijui what was pressing against my... Those books sell because they have a market. And the market is who? Women. No man has ever said, we are not well represented in romantic books. Let's now start writing romantic books from a man's perspective. No, it would not sell. And the same thing goes for fantasy, sci-fi stuff. I know I'm not like a major target audience. Men are. Men are the ones who want to see fighting, things blowing up, conspiracy theories, all these things, They want to see people being punched. They want to see people get hurt. They want to see power-ups and all these things. Men are the main target audience. But Marvel has known that for like the longest time. Look at their portfolio of superheroes. But where did they go wrong? They got bought by Disney. And Disney is more of female targeted brand. Marvel is a more male targeted brand, but once it got bought by Disney, it started conforming to get in line with what Disney targets, and that's not the way to go. If I'm writing a fantasy show, if I'm writing a fantasy book, it's not that I'm not going to write strong female leads. Strong female leads are there and they are really liked. Characters such as She-Hulk from the comics is like a really great character, and guys like She-Hulk. They really guys like Black Widow for a reason. And Black Widow she's feminine. She uses her dark femininity to get her way. As in, she's not going around punching people. She looks good. She looks good. She wants, when you say Black Widow, especially the first movies, you want to work out and look like her. Same case goes for anime. Anime just doesn't we are going to inclusivity. No. They are writing muscular guys. They are writing really really hot women characters, as in women want to be them. They want to be with these guys. As in, you have to know your audience. And Marvel has failed in that, and their failure came after being bought by Disney. They are being turned into something that they are not, And I'm not saying that you can't have strong female leads. You can. You should. The two shows that I usually say did it perfectly. Avatar: The Last Airbender writes its characters. You don't have to be a man or woman. You are written as you should. You have let's just even talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We have 3 strong women. We have Katara. she's strong. She's the strongest waterbender, right? But that's not where her strength is. Her strength is seen in how she takes care of people. She's a mother. She's like a literal mother figure of the group. Her strength is in her hopes. The way she has so much hope in the Avatar and seeing a better future. She fights and she's very creative in her fighting. She's so multifaceted. We don't lack the fact that she's a woman. Toph as well. Toph is the complete opposite of Katara. She's like the most tomboy you can ever find, but you cannot lack the aspect of femininity in her. Azula, one of the best antagonists I've ever come across. Written perfectly. She's not a man. They don't write strong female leads as men. Look at Attack on Titan. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. You're written out perfectly. You're written out. You fulfill your role in the whole universe. Look at Mikasa. Mikasa is very soft-spoken when it comes to her friends, when it comes to Eren. But she's the strongest, one of the strongest fighters after Levi. People are afraid of her. She has the strength of Titans with Levi in human form. Look at Hanji. She's very smart and all these things. Look at this chick that people pine over, the chick that plays the Cat Titan. She has like a really huge fan base of simps. I forget her name. Pick. You don't lack her aspect of femininity in her. So Marvel, I don't know what you need to do, but work on your writing. And stop insulting your audience simply because people didn't enjoy your work. Stop calling them all the names under the sun because they didn't enjoy the kind of garbage you were selling them. And right now people don't have time to bembeleza. The economy is tough. So if you don't give people a reason to go and buy tickets, they will not buy those tickets. People are trying to survive, and if it's not worth it, they will not even disturb themselves. So the Marvels, I do not recommend it. This should have been canned. You see how they canned Batgirl? This one should have never existed. This was a waste of time. I think the only character that felt like she was having a good time was this girl called Iman Vellani, the one that plays Miss Marvel. That was the only character that felt like she was at least having fun with whatever garbage they were selling us. So the Marvels, that was really bad. But anyway, they have a whole year. I think the only movie that is coming out for MCU, would I call it a Marvel movie? I don't know if Deadpool, I think Deadpool is like Spider-Man and Venom. I think they're partly owned by Sony. I don't know, but we would categorize it as a Marvel film. And I think that's the only movie that's coming out next year. Thank God. And it's actually a movie that people are looking forward to because they like Deadpool, they like Ryan Reynolds, and they're definitely looking forward to the dynamic between the Wolverine and Deadpool. So, did I say Daredevil? If I did, please ignore that. Deadpool. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. If you don't mind, like, subscribe. If you're on my socials, follow. If you're seeing this on my socials, follow. And yeah, I'll see you on the next review, which is coming up in a few. So, bye.